Hello, Tara here. I'm going to make my own little kit out of some items that I purchased from Glitter and Ink. I posted a haul the other day that shows the papers and the stickers and so on. So basically it's Vicki Boutin cut and paste, a little bit of that, and a little bit of Boutin. Is it colorful? What's it called now? Colorful Story. So these were the papers that I was able to get. They didn't have all of them, but I picked out a good selection. And then I've just stuck some white cardstock in behind the vellum piece and the acetate piece, just so I could see them a little bit better. So those are the papers I was able to get. The foam stickers from the Vicki Boutin collection and the regular stickers from Boutin. I purchased 2 of the ephemera packs. Is there a glare on that? It's nighttime and I'm trying to do this with a bit of an extra light just so you can see the colors a little bit better. So I've sorted my ephemera. And then there were the Boutin, what do they call these? The enamel stickers. So got those pulled out. And then what else? What else did I grab? I have the Vicki Boutin black foundation mixed media paper and the white foundations mixed media paper in case I want to do something messy. And let's see, these are some just some cardstocks and some printed pattern paper, but to me they're a background. Like this is from Print Shop, the typeset Vicki Boutin. This is like old Echo Park, Happy Camper, Arrowhead. So I thought it brought in a little bit of that yellow, and then just a mix of some basil, some Simple Stories Color Vibe paper. This is a Bella Boulevard, but it brought in some of that teal. Let's see here, what else is this? Basil, and then this is Stampin' Up! Craft. So that's what I pulled as far as like more cardstock in case I need it. It's really putting a shadow, isn't it? So how's that? That's a little bit better. And then just because I do sometimes like to pull 6x8 papers just for matting and stuff. There were some good matches from Fernwood. You wouldn't necessarily think of that when you see this color palette, but like this orangey color, and then there was like this pinky red, more into the salmon, and this yellow is nice with some of it. So I grabbed Fernwood. Discover and Create had some that might work, you know, maybe not the green, but you know, some of the blue might. It's a funny blue, but you know, that one might work in well. And then April and Ivy had a few that I thought might work, like say this picks up on that salmon. Yeah. And again, I'm more looking for matting. There's a couple others that I thought. This one I thought kind of, well, I don't know, more maybe the Vicki Boutin. So anyway, those are just, I just pulled them so they'd be handy. Grabbed a few alphas. This is Swing. I can't remember, I don't think this was Vicki Boutin. I want to say this was Heidi Swap. I might be wrong. This was from Willow and Sage, so that was a Bow Bunny collection. But these muted, more pastel-y colors, and then the gold foil is pretty. Not gold foil, gold glitter. This one has gold foil. This is an old Heidi Swapp, and it's a resist, or what do they call them? They just call them stickers. But it was when she was doing all of her resists, so there's like lines through, resist lines through, so you can spray them or ink them, and then to match. This, I don't know, Happy Holidays, Pink Fresh. It might work with some, this teal coral color vibe kind of worked with some of the papers. And then, I don't know, this might be too bright, but this was Happy Day. I want to say this was from a Paige Evans collection. I might be wrong, but I've got other alphas. I'm not limited to those. For some extra embellishments, there's 2 honeybee pearl stickers. We've got Pacific Northwest and Autumn, the greens, and actually a lot of these worked, so I just grabbed both. This is Spellbinders, Serenades of Autumn. And then I have some titles from Pear Tree Cut Files. Happy Days, this one, Sunshine and Smiles, and then some bits and pieces. And I can grab Flare too, but this I thought was nice. So, and the last thing I've grabbed here, this is, you know, far too much, but, you know. This is from Discover and Create. It was the, yikes. The ephemera, or what does she call that? Not ephemera. Paper repack. Some of the colors worked well. And the stickers, like the teals and blues in particular. And some of these purples looked really nice with what's going on. The greens are kind of off, in my opinion. The oranges are nice, but I don't know. We'll see. We will see. So, because I'm not preparing for any sort of sketch challenge, I thought I'd pull a few sketches, and I went on Pinterest and I just did some screenshots of some different things for inspiration, but got lots of photos here ready to roll, so let's just make up some page kits. So this was one of the first ones I picked. It was from Scrap a Sketch on the Facebook group, and it's number 159, so it's like a circle but cut in half, and it made me think of this paper. And because I bought 3 of these, this is on the back, I thought, perfect. So my plan is to fussy cut the circle out and then, you know, divide it in half in an interesting way. And, you know, like that. I've got a picture here. I've got 2 different sizes. I didn't know which one I wanted to use. Just of our oldest niece and her husband and their good friends who I also know. So this is going to be for Jen's album, but the colors I thought were really pretty with this particular paper. I don't know, I kind of like the bigger photo just because you can see everybody better, and for memory keeping maybe that's more important, but design wise this smaller one might work better. Just you see more of the, I don't know, I think I probably will go with the larger one, to be honest. So to start with, we're starting with this, and then we want basically a background paper, and probably we'll matte the whole layout. And what else do we want? Some florals maybe. Just, it's pretty straightforward. I think this will be a quick one to do. So for a background, what color should we go with? I think a lighter background. Like, it's a shame that this grid is going to be wasted. I probably have lots of grid paper somewhere, but I'd have to go looking for it. I should have thought of this ahead of time. Well, let's look at this. So, don't love that. What about this pink would look like? Or I think it's called mauve. Yeah. What that would be like? No. Well, you know what? It would be nice. You know what? Why don't we do... Oh, I didn't put any white in here. Oh, what if... Yeah, no. Just plain white. Basil white. Can't go wrong with. So, if we matte, double matte, cut that out, and then these colors are really going to pop off the brighter white, even some of these. Okay, so then let's look at our florals now. Because I didn't have any Vicki Boutin ephemera, I'm not sure how well these are gonna jive. Let's see, the blues. I kind of divided the florals up by color because that's kind of how I usually like to use all one kind of color family. Will these work? Because I don't want to go pink because I'm going to fight with that. So let's, yes, this will work just fine. Let's grab, now so they are different blues, but let's do those, a little one. These run more teal, so I think we'll keep those out and just use these darker. Yeah, just use the darker ones. What else? I could also go into, these are like a more of a black and white situation. Or actually, you know what? Let's look at our, let's look at our stickers. I think we want to use film strips on this. Forget, I did ask her what this was about, and I'll have to, it's on my phone where she's answered me, so I'll have to figure that out for the title. Okay, what are we looking at here? We're looking at perhaps let's see, today's memories. There's another one of those blue florals there in sticker form. So let's do this. Take this guy. How about today's memories? Okay, so I've got lots of blue. What other color should we accent with? Maybe not the pink. No, that might fight. This green would be okay. So this is the Vicki Boutin green. Let's see here. Oh, what about using this this frame for part of our lower cluster? Should we do a shaker? Guys, should we do a shaker? I think we need to do a shaker. Okay, so we'll pick a few more of these and then we will look for a sequin mix. Okay, so So we've got one that says best friends. That would be nice. And what else would look nice? One more. Maybe something in this peachy red color. Well, let's pull. That looks good with that. So then that gives us 2 stickers and a little pop of that color. Let's use this label sticker to layer under some of the stuff, and I want one more kind of wordy bit. Oh, how about just this wonderful one? Yeah. And then that pulls in that color in 3 spots. Okay. So we've got 1, 2. Do I want any more foamy bits? I mean, we could do like a couple of these arrows, but I think they're rather big, and if I'm gonna do a shaker, it's getting to be a little heavy. So let's figure out a sequin mix for these. Sorted out all my Rachel Talman sequins the other day. This one was from last month, so that's into the blues. It's called Rainbow Love. Oh, it's got little tiny pinky. Do you see the little tiny rainbows in there? They're more of a muted, like a purple, green, blue. I feel like it's, I don't know. And then these are this month's. I think those are a little bright for what we're looking at here. Let's see, do I have the blues in this one? Got snowflakes. Oh, so the back half of this is snowflakes and Halloween, and I've got some brighter mixes up here. What's this one called? This is Prickly Pear. It's very green. Wonder if I have anything that kind of salmony color. She tends to do like a lot of, now what's this one? This is Spice Baby, which is more of a autumny mix. It's got some stars, some gold. If we added in just a few teal bits, that might work. It's just because you have a certain mix doesn't mean you have to include everything, right? Like you can add to it, or you can definitely pick and choose what you want to use out of it. What's this one? Thumper. Well, it's got little rabbits in it. Or should I try and find a darker? Oh, you know what I've got? So it's some of this calls for confetti, different mixes, and I've got a nice navy one here, and that dark bit might be nice mixed in with some of those. So let's do that. Okay. And as for title, we are going to have to leave that until I look it up and see what they were actually doing that day. I want to say they went to a play or something. I may be wrong. But should we, how about, oh, there's one here that says enjoy in the dark blue, but is it fighting? It's not bad. I'm gonna put that one in. Or I could also look at, yeah, I feel like that color's a little off to what I'm wanting. Let's grab these are the Junk Booklet Flare from Scrap and Happy Studio. I think they're kind of fall though, that orange that I'm looking for. Or, see, that's the color I'm kind of wanting. Actually, these three would be nice, wouldn't they? Okay, I'm gonna include those. And let's just get a page protector and call this one good. Good God. I should apologize for my fingernails. When I work outside, if I don't wear gloves, and I often forget to wear gloves, my hands get, or my nails get so, like, I can't get them clean, so I just cut them shorter and shorter and shorter. And now there's like, I'm gonna be chopping skin next. So anyway, what are you gonna do? One. Okay, next. Okay, so this one is from a few years back. I didn't write the date on it, but I'll have to look that up. And for inspiration, I found this, it's a Benjamin Moore paint palette. Oh, hold on, I'm just gonna, one sec, sorry. I thought it looked kind of neat. I've been wanting to use these all around it all dies from Stampin' Up, and because they're kind of like a wonky circle, and that's the first thing I thought of when I saw this. So I thought if we did, like, say, basically 5 different chunks of paper, and the photo being one of them, and it may not take this particular form, but for sure I want to use these dies, this photo, and this collection. So just set this aside for 1 second. And so now the other thing I thought of was when I saw these circles, this circle paper, what is this? Oh, it's so dumb that they don't have names on them. Anyway, what are you gonna do? All right, so there's kind of where we can start from. I don't know if I'll use that as a background because a lot of it's gonna get covered up. So I might just use this as one of my circles and, like, so, you know, grab that piece because it's got this fun bit in it. And in doing that, we can use the background as well, or the back of the sheet as well, for another circle. So that's 2 circles. 3, so I need 2 more. And I need a background, kind of a, so if we're picking a background, we're using the green and the blueies here. Let's see, would one of these work? So it doesn't exactly match the blue, but for whatever reason, I kind of like it. I like it with the green. Or should I go lighter? I think with the dark, the colors will pop maybe a little bit more, especially if I choose 2 more lighter colors. So which way should we go? If I grab Let's grab the fernwood first. Ooh, could do a circle grabbing like that center portion. That would be kind of interesting. And then that brings in like this pulls into this. Yeah, let's do that one. And it brings in some yellow. He's got yellow in his shirt. Bring in a floral, but I feel like maybe another blue, a soft blue, like I want it to be ledger. That might be okay. And then maybe this, well, I was going to say maybe that could be where we put our title and maybe some wordy bits. So that's good for paper for sure. And then, yeah, these are too bright. Too bright. Okay, let's go to our, so this is mostly then Vicki Boutin, right? So let's look first here. So there's summer mode, but it's in purple and there's not a speck of purple anywhere on there. And I know that's not a big deal, but it would bug me. So, how about just grabbing a couple florals? Because they look like they'd match okay. Blue, yeah. So we'll do these for florals. And like beyond the 3 circly bits, I don't really know what I want to do as far as embellishing and such. But what else did we have in here? We had some tickets. Tickets are kind of neat because he's, well, I guess you don't need a ticket for the beach, but you know, that green would be okay. Okay, and what are these? More tickets. The blue. Okay, so let's say we're gonna do three clusters, right? So to use something maybe different for that third one. What's this one? Does that go anywhere? Not really. Let's look in our keep forgetting the name of this. You know what I mean. Actually, I got some die cuts here too. Well, the camera would be all right. I could fussy cut the camera out and have that kind of in place of a ticket, or some birds. Oh, hey now. The pink and the blue look good. I don't know about that green. Be fine. Yeah, let's put those things in. Both things. Okay, do we want any? There's butterflies, there's birds, there's a bowler hat for whatever reason. It's John Bonham is part of this situation. The film strips, the florals. Do we want a film strip? We've got a camera. Could include, what colors do we have here? Oh, there's yellow. There's a blue. It's getting to be a lot of business. Let's just relax a little bit. Okay. So we've got those. Could just use remember this as a title. This was the summer just before Braden became a not only child, so. Smile lots and love lots, live lots, laugh lots. They did 4. Okay, so let's do 3. Let's do laugh, smile, and the green, or love. Or do I want to go 3 different styles of wordy bits? So smile lots, awesomeness right here. And one more. Didn't look at the words on this. Oh, we haven't even tackled this page. Okay. Awesomeness right here. Smile lots. And then how about adventuring? It brings a bit of a different color in. Pulls this in. Okay. I think it's a fair bit, right? Of everything. So I feel like I want to add a piece of white to that, because I might either matte, double matte like this, you know what I mean? Or the other way around. I think I like that. It just, summery photos with bright embellishments, they always look so good with white. Just everything seems to be a little bit brighter and happier. And I don't know if I want to use any kind of sequins or anything, but what I might, I'll make sure, I'm going away to a crop tomorrow. So, oopsies. I think I always take a couple of mists with me. So I think maybe I'll add a couple of splatters. That's why I'm trying to get this done tonight so I can use this tomorrow. All right, 2. This is not going that fast, is it, guys? All right, so this is another scrap of sketch. This is 162. And this is this guy's birthday. So again, this one should be fairly straightforward. So I kind of want to use some of the orange. About that. That one brings in orange and, well, basically all of the colors that are in the pictures. So that could be our matte. That way you get a bit of the striping. You get hello as a title, although they have their title up there. Unless, okay. I think I want to use the striped part as this inner piece, and then we'll matte it with more of a solid. And in that case, I want something darker but not black. So do we want to use okay. Pretty good. I don't necessarily want to go too florally with Josh. And then, you know, if I can still use that for something on something else, but I don't think I want to use that for the title here. So actually I might go stripes that way. No, I like it that way. Okay, so we've got, so it looks like she's matted, double matted, well, kind of put bigger chunks of paper behind and then matted. So for matting, if I got the blue, this dark blue, we can use that for the mats right around the photos. And then we need some bigger chunks to go in behind the mats. So let's turn to our 6x8s again. These are the brighter colors. Maybe this is the way to go here. Oh no, these weren't bright. Were they? No, it was the Discover and Create that were. So, how would this look as one of them? Pretty good, right? And let's see. These are 3.5 by 5. I could use the orange on either end. And actually, those aren't even full chunks. You can just do strips because it doesn't reach the edge. So if I use, that's kind of a salmon and the orange, and then what do we want for the center? I'll pull out one of these colors, I think. Let's see, those blues. Blues are funny. Like there are, well, I mean every color is funny because it's hard to, I feel like this kind of is the same tone, and then his shirt is like a funny tealy greeny blue, but if we're double matting, like that, and that's the piece behind it. I think that looks good. Okay, so those are our papers. Unless, is this one better? No, this is, yeah, I like that one better. Okay, so we're good for paper. Now we need some embellishments. Let's see. Kind of 1, 2, 3. Do. Do I have anything birthday-ish that might? The celebration looks good. And what else do I have? These are not really the right colors. And that's all I've got for birthday. My goodness. Got lots of dog stuff. Let's look at maybe this one has a lot of, so we got arrows, hearts, stars. So this little arrow pulls in those two different colors of green. So that one was good too, so that's 3. That's good. And then, what should we use for other embellishments? So I said no black. But we could use, there is purple on this one, but none in the photos, which actually isn't a bad thing because then it, you know, doesn't take away from the photo. It kind of makes the photo stand on its own. How about a little, well, I don't know if I want to lean into the teal too much. Maybe more the oranges. So we could do like, oh, wait a second. There's banners on the other. What's this banner here? That would be neat. Somewhere. Right? And then how about this laugh lot's kind of, and we're getting into too many circles maybe. Okay, how about the good stuff? Rid of this one. And should we use something like that? That's kind of party-ish, right? There's another pink one here. There's another color. There's a little purple pennant. Butterflies, happiness right here. That's black though. I don't want to do black. Don't know why, but I do. Oh, let's look at this stuff. Lots of florals. Teacups. There's teacups in that collection too. Okay. Beautiful job feeling. Mother, father, family. So these dark oranges look good. Let's put that for building a layer, and here's a smaller one. Oh, I have these on here, they don't need to stick. And then got a circular one in the same color, so we could put one of those in each cluster. stick it in this one, didn't I? I'm gonna plunk these in with it. Just totally backtracking here. Okay. I don't know. Okay, so that's that for that. Oh, I could use Happy Days. Well, it's one day, so Sunshine and Smiles. That doesn't really. Does this green look good? Sure. And so we've got 1, 2. Well, now I'm getting into a lot of circles. So now I'm an even amount. I need another one to just offset it. How about what if I took this one away and then these are all kind of more the same tone? I think that's what I'm going to do. And then I'm not adding more to it. Okay. I feel like I need more, but not. Do you know what I mean? Lost my sketch. Seriously. Here you are. It's a lot of color. So it's not a huge deal that there's not much going, or not that many embellishments. I may add to it when I put it together, but I think we'll call that good. Oh, I know what might work. Don't have a title. Use the heck out of these Simple Stories titles. I think I have 2 packs of them, to be honest, somewhere. Or maybe I've already gone through one, and this is just the left of it. Or the left of it. What's left of it? I'm just gonna leave this out because that, and I'm gonna take it with me tomorrow. I still don't know hair. It's a wonder I have any left on my head. I wonder the dogs have any left on their body with the amount of hair that you vacuum up in a day. Oof. Okay, we are not going that quickly, are we? That's just 3. Okay, this one will be faster. This is a Jennifer Gagne sketch, Kay's mom. She does them every so often. So this is what made me think of the black foundations paper, because we can use some nice sparkly things on it. Now where's my Vicki Boutin palette? I have a palette of her shimmery, there it is. So these are all her watercolors, both sets. I just have them taped into this little palette. So take that, and then we've got this. So we need a doily or something, and then I can use some of the flowers, and what am I going to use for a big old doily? It's not quite big enough, is it? Is this one bigger? Nope. That's the biggest one I have, but basically, unless I did a grouping of them, because I've got a couple of different styles. Could do like mix in a smaller one too. Where? Maybe I don't have any smaller ones left. But I could, so we could do a mixture of this style and forget about the acetate. I wish I had a different one. I'm gonna have 3, I want them to all be different. Or it doesn't really have to be a doily, does it? It could be like a fun envelope. I've got all kinds of like little vellum type. It's not very big, but like, and then do more of a, okay, hold on. Could do vellum and a doily, like this one. And one other thing, what would the other thing be? Dare we do another shaker pocket? Are 2 shaker pockets too many? Is there such a thing? So I think this should be matted onto something. Like maybe that pink. Okay, what now? I was gonna say, what if I fussy cut this out? But no. I don't know that the colors of these papers go all that well with her jacket. Is it me? What if we did, I only got one of these, so if I matted this in the floral, this black floral, I can gut that and then use my paints and the florals that are in the Boutin collection there. Is this Boutin? Yeah. And then these, and then Sunshine and Smiles is the title. Does that work? And in this case, I think I'll wait until after I've done my splatters and see what colors work best for. I will add in some more of these bits, and then I do feel like doing another shaker, but what about using the black and white one for a shaker? Because you've got the rounded edge of this envelope, you've got this, and then this. Okay, okie dokie. Now, is there a strip of paper kind of going across here? Kind of, right? Okay, let's pick out our embellishments for what we want to use first, and then go from there. So, well, this is gonna get wrecked. Okay, that's as happiness is, but this one's a bigger one. This is happiness right here. And I think I'll leave that as is, because once you get mixed media, it takes on a life of its own. And then for the middle portion here, I kind of feel like just using a combination of the different branding strips, because they are all so pretty. And then again, I'll maybe decide that after I've done the painting. But I think that maybe would be the way to go with that. I think I'm going to leave it at that for the kit at this point. I've got a title, and should I throw a sequin mix in? I guess I should, right? Where'd I set those? And for this, I want to go kind of with the color of her coat. So we've got some navy, some leafy green, and yellow, pink, a lighter blue, and then there's also hearts. So it'd be kind of neat to find a mix that had some hearts in it. What's this one? Cutie pie. So we've got the blues, the pinks. I think that's the ticket right there, maybe. I do. There's no hearts though, is there? A lot of Rachel's mixes have hearts. Of course, that's... can't find one when I'm looking for one. Oh wait, what's this one? This one is King Candy. So that has some little hearts in it and some daisies. I'm gonna take both of those because I can pick some stuff out of that. All right, good deal. Okay, then this one is just, I was sitting out on my back deck having my coffee one morning, so snapped a few photos. What about that one? It's the background. This is another scrap of sketch, 171. And then something up the middle. If I use this vellum, I would have to use the white in behind her. It's not going to show up. Oh, look. A bit of white cardstock, and I could even leave a little tiny border. Okay, so let's use those three. And then there's like 1, 2 different pattern papers to go with. Let's look at our pads here. reds and blues. Does that green look like with it? No, I love that green, but it's just, this has a green with a bit more blue in it. Or do I want to grab something colorful? No, I don't think so. I think I want, ooh, this one. What does that look like? Because it picks up on some of these texts there. Yeah. And so if I go that way, say for this lower one, and then up on top it's more of a frame. Could go just making it out of that. Got a bit of blue in it, but can either do that or choose one of these square frames. They're not overly big, but it doesn't have to be huge. Just because it's big on the sketch doesn't mean it has to be big on the layout. Let's do that because I think that looks nice with it, more so than this. Okay, where did I put that pad? Put this back in. Okay. So, yeah, I have half a mind to matte the whole thing though with like a soft blue. Does that look weird? Kind of does with the blue in the photo. But what else could I use? Don't have any other real colors pulled unless I go yellow. That's way too bright. Could go no. Nope. Oh, what about this green? The text, maybe. I think so. I'm going to do it very thin though, because I don't want to wreck the wreath. So yeah, that'll work. And then there's a couple, they just, florals would we use? So it's basically pretty neutral. Go with the yellows. Just pull all the yellows and yellow ticket and another yellow. That's a receipt, but hey, well, other yellow butterflies. I don't really want yellow butterfly. Well, there's one. There was, let's see here, I thought there was some green and yellowy colors. Yes. Boom. Sorry. And then, I don't want a super big title on this, so something small from here might work. So there's, this is my happy place, but I don't like the coloring with it. is. And then maybe just some hearts. Leave it at that for now. I think that's good. Okay. All right, next. Let's see, how many have we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This will be 6. So these, our friend John got a new boat, and we went out for a little ride the other day. So this is he and his wife, Pam. Okay, what do we got left here for poppers? Oh. So this is not your traditional boating type. No, that's going to be too easy because we've got like a circle thing going on here. Nope. Now, for some reason, I like that. So it's matted, the photos are matted, and then there's big tags in behind. So let's pull out a tag die. I love these Elizabeth Craft ones, they're huge. So they've got that decorative top on them. Now is that too big? That's pretty big. That looks kind of good. Let's take that one with us. Don't have to take the whole shebang. And let's see. I think I want something to mat this with. It'd be nice to find that dark green. These are old. Look at how faded they are on the edge. Here. Too light, I think. But is that one too bright? Oh, there we go. There we go, right there. Look how nice that looks. Okay, so this is my colors cardstock. Perfect. So I can use that to both mat the whole layout, mat the photos, and now we need to do something for the circles on the outside and the tags. So let's pick out a couple from here for the tags maybe. Let's look at Fernwood. This might be how about this stripe in behind, like it, and I mean it looks really busy, but you're not going to have that big amount. It's just going to be a little bit showing, and then look at this paper. Almost looks like her dress with the no, can't go too close with the greens because they're gonna fight a little. Well, no. 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 Those two. Like I say, they look pretty busy, but they're not gonna show up like that when you put it together. But what am I gonna do for those circles now? I might have to leave this one at home and cut those out on my silhouette because I wasn't planning on taking that tomorrow, and I don't have dies that big. And even if I say did it with machine stitching, I would want to do that before I put it all together. So I am just going to leave this one like this for now because I'm not going to take it with me tomorrow. Set it aside. Okay, where are we at? So fair bit of paper. I'm not going. These papers you don't have to use as much as, like, I don't know, they do. So I picked this and it was on the Pinterest board, and it's this Lori Ayler, but I don't think it was her photo. Like I don't think there was any link to who did the actual layout. But I'll go back and just double check because I want to make sure that somebody gets their due. But I thought of this when I saw these ribbons. Obviously this was all like scraps put together, but I thought I could do the same thing, not necessarily in a heart, but I was going to fussy cut this out, a portion of it, and then do something on the other side, and then have that busy background, like well, maybe this one. Is this Vicki or this is Boutin? Use this as the background. Oh no, that's way too busy. What about this one? That would be all right. And then now I could cut this out in a heart shape too, couldn't I? And like where she's like cut in, I could cut in and make them look like, could even layer some pieces underneath if I was feeling really adventurous. A lot of ways you could go with that. What's in the back of that? Oh, that's that one. What do we have left? We have that. Love this paper. I want to get it used, but I don't know with what. I wonder about doing butterflies as the other part of the circle, and it's like in a solid black and white. Like that might be interesting to do something like that. Okay, I think that's what I'll do with that. And then there's a grouping of florals at the bottom there. So do I want to double mat the layout, or mat the layout with something? Maybe. I've got some grays pulled here. This is no, I think I gotta go black. Or no, yeah, black. And then I can use that for matting too. And then let's grab some florals. Now this was on her birthday, and I should have written down which birthday it was. I'll have to look it up. Remember would be nice, but I don't like that color with this. Let's grab out, let's see, what florals should we use? Kind of sky, or do whatever, right? Maybe mostly these colors. Go pink. Go with the pinks. Go with all the pinks. And because we got some butterflies, maybe a few pink butterflies. If I did kind of, let's see, because there's some black butterflies too that I could put one of the black ones up here on top of the colors and then just have this on top of the black. It would kind of stand out more. Here. And then I've got this one too. These will just throw them all in. And then the stickers. Not sure. Getting late, I'm getting stupid. Let's just leave that one at that. And that might not be one I take tomorrow either, because it might take some thought. And I want stuff that's kind of easy to work on so I can get stuff done. You know what I mean? When you go to crop. So we'll keep that one here too. So should I do any more? I've got more photos, but I don't know. What I really want to use that one, but it doesn't really jive with, like, that's the, it would be better kind of like that. I know. So I was going to use this as kind of an inspiration photo. This was just off Pinterest, but like, so just the curve as far as the how things were laid out. So I could do something like this, cut a section of this out and add in like a darker color here, and then do something in the middle here. In which case, what color would we put? Those are lighter. Could go with this reddy color. That's just a chunk in the middle here. Or this side as well. Or I could fussy cut. No, I think that would, yeah. Nope. Okay. Let's look at this. Like that. What else have I got sitting over here? This yellow. The two. It's not going to be a whole chunk. Like, it's just going to be a piece. Or, sorry, do I turn it like so, and then do my goes kind of like that. Could still do something round up in there. Or do I just wing it and not go with any kind of inspiration sketch? I usually do something with inspiration sketches, but what the heck? If I don't start doing some of this, I forget how to scrapbook. Okay, let's do this. What other colors should we include? I think I want that yellow because he's got chickens on his little kerchief. It's right after he got back from the groomer. So I want a bit of yellow somewhere. Maybe see the colors in this. I can go. I thought my cut and paste kit would be here this week because I have the class kit coming, but I wouldn't have really wanted to cut into it yet. I can use the leftovers for this, like if I haven't finished up the sketches or these layouts by the time I finish the class. I can always dig into those. I feel like I want, see, like these are two totally different collections, but they just, well, three. And look how nicely they go together. That's the best thing about, no, that's not the best. It's one of the best things about Vicki's stuff is that everything goes so nicely together. All right, I think I'm just gonna call it quits there for tonight. I'm gonna pop this with it just in case I decide I want to go that way, but I'll take the extra papers with me, and then I do have some more photos here that I might use. Probably not, unless I do the one with the dogs, but I think I won't. I think I'll leave those for now and call this good. Sorry this was so long, guys. It's it is what it is. Anyway, I hope you, if you stuck around, good for you. Hopefully I'll get some of these done and then I can do a quick layout share yet this week. I'd love to, because I'll be taking 6 here, it looks like, so that'll be fun. Use my new stuff up. Okay, yeah, 6. Hopefully I'm super productive tomorrow. That'd be nice for a change. Anyway, that's it for today. Thanks a lot for hanging in there if you're still here, and if not, well, I guess you're not hearing this anyway. We will talk to you again soon. Thanks very much.